Hey, what's going on YouTube? Don't mind the sweat. I just got back from the gym, and plus the garage is kind of hot. But I got my little special guest here with me, Newton. Say hello to the world. So guys, today is going to be car-ish related and relationship-ish. And so I feel like cars and personal relationships kind of go hand in hand. And so this video is in response to a subscriber of mine who emailed me several weeks ago, and I felt like now is the perfect time to talk about it. So the subscriber of mine who emailed me, he is 19 years old, he is 1 year out of high school, and he is currently at a junior college. And the reason why he reached out to me was because his significant other, she left him. And she said the reason why she left him is because he drove a dinky car and that she was embarrassed to be seen by him. And so unfortunately, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but that's a big cop-out. I think at some point in the relationship, you got comfortable and you kind of fell into the groove of things, and she wanted more. And so she used your car as an excuse to leave the relationship. And so he reached out to me and he's like, hey, look, you know, what if I buy myself a brand new car in hopes of getting her back? Maybe then she'll take me back. And I don't advise that. I don't think that's a really good idea at all, to buy a brand new car to hopefully entice a previous relationship for them to come back, because once it's over and there's no going back. So I'm in no way, shape, or form to give you any valid relationship advice, but what I can offer you is my personal experience. And I feel like for the most part, us guys, we try really hard to win the attention of women. And of course, buying a brand new car and having a nice shiny car to go to when you're leaving places is a big ego boost, right? It's kind of like, yeah, this is my ride. And so like when other people kind of see it, they kind of judge you based off of the vehicle that you drive. And so I have my personal feelings about women who are very judgmental about men who drive like a beater and whatnot. And you know, I feel like they're very shallow in that sense. And I feel like for us guys, if the girl is pretty or if we're attracted to them, we don't care what type of vehicle they drive. And you know, like I said, using this excuse to leave the relationship just goes to show how shallow she is as a person. She probably had someone in mind already, and like I said before, she used your vehicle as an excuse. And so I don't personally recommend you getting yourself a WRX or a vehicle, a nice brand new sports car, to hope to entice her to come back or to win other women like that. And so buy a car when you're financially ready to, not just because you're using it as leverage to show off or to be cool or to show the world that you made it, because right now you haven't made it yet. You're early on in your college experience. You know, just have fun. And so what I want to share with you is my personal story. In high school, I was in a relationship with my high school ex, and I was with her for 5 years. And it was a big learning experience. It was my first relationship, and I was head over heels in love with her, and I did lots of stupid things. One of the biggest stupid things I've ever done was take out financial aid money and give it to her, because she was going to a JC at the time, and I was going to a state university. And so, you know, love, right? All in the name of love. So I did that, lots of stupid things I've done, and ultimately in the end, the relationship ended. And so, coming out of that relationship, I went through depression. I did a lot of stupid things. I've said a lot of things I shouldn't have said, but ultimately I learned from it, and I realized that it wasn't necessarily her fault or mine. It was at a point in our life where we were no longer compatible anymore, and there's no reason to blame each other. It's just, you know, life happens and you just kind of pick up the pieces and move on. And so this is, you know, a clear example of that in your life. You know, as much as it hurts to, you know, have your partner leave you, it sucks, but you're gonna go through it. You know, that is a part of life, and when you get out of it, you're gonna look back and realize that, you know, you were better and you learned so much from that relationship. And you know, cherish what you were able to accomplish, and don't ever look back. Don't contact her, don't do anything, don't do something as dumb as buy a vehicle in hopes to get her back, right? So that's what I want to offer to you today, is that I feel like buying a brand new vehicle to get the girls, I don't necessarily think it works. It's very rare to see car girls out there in the community, but for the most part, women don't really care what type of vehicle you drive, and I feel like they kind of see us as obnoxious, especially if we have a sports car. But as long as you are motivated and driven to your life purpose, right, or whatever makes you happy, that's what women are drawn to. Because if you have a clear-cut goal in mind and you are sharing with her, your partner, or what your next steps are, like, hey, I want to get this full-time career position, and this is what I'm working towards. These are the courses I'm taking towards, and by the end of this year I will get this much done, and by the end of next year I'll get this much done. As long as you have a plan and you stick to it, you draw people who are more like-minded, and that's how you attract people to you. And attraction isn't a choice. You don't just say, I like you, bam, and you connect with them, right? It gradually comes together, and I don't personally feel like you need to force it. It sucks and it stings to be at the other end of the stick when a relationship is over, but pick yourself up and focus on your career and focus on your goals and make sure that you are happy. Because I feel as though maybe at some point in the relationship you focused too much on her and she lost respect for you, and she ultimately used you as an emotional tampon and as a floor mat to walk all over on, and now that she's done with you, she moved forward. It really hurts to hear that, but I want you to know the truth. And so don't buy a vehicle to attract the girls. Focus on your life mission. Focus on what makes you happy, because ultimately that will draw other people in. So I personally feel I am very unattractive now. In high school and early college, I used to be really slim, and I used to be really, really bulky. So guys, I just started working out again. I started going back to the gym. And, one day I'm gonna get my little guns back, but all of these are just deflated muscles of what I used to be. And, it kind of sucks, but as long as I'm on the grind, I have a goal in mind, and I'm gonna keep pushing for it day by day. And that's what women are more attracted to. They want to know that you have a plan. They want to know that you are taking care of yourself first before them. And women will always actively challenge you. They will always try to see if you will budge, if you're going to fall off your path. And if you don't, if you stick to your path, that is more enticing, and that is more reasons for them to stay by you, because they know that they have a solid partner. Women don't want a floor mat. They don't want a slave. They want a partner. They want someone to share their life with, and you need to be on equal footing with them. So I hope you guys like this video. I know it's a little bit different, but if you do like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you guys have anything to share, comment down below. And of course, if you guys need my personal help in getting your own Subaru WRX or a car of your choice, or you just want to talk with me, feel free to email me. And with that, guys, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Say goodbye, Newton. Aww.